What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. Goody Two Shoes, and I'm here as always with Joseph Huggins, old man Huggy himself. Welcome you, motherfucker.
Pause. Got you, dog. I got you. See, I told you I have the pause today. I counted down. What's up, man? It's good to be back. Sorry for the delay on this week's episode. We will be coming back with another one on Monday. Shit's real. Phones are weird. Times is horde. But your boy's back. We're
What
feeling
happened to
good.
you? What happened?
Dude, I got like some weird like phone
Clone?
hack, like phone clone bullshit or something
Phone
like
clone.
that. And my phone's all hella fucked up, man. I got this, and everyone's like, you should get an iPhone. I have an Android because I don't care, because I'm an adult and I don't give a fuck what I use. And seeing your goofy little reactions, your iPhone reactions, isn't going to sway me in changing my phone. But I have like a note and I have a stylus. Man, it's like so cracked and so fucked. And I guess someone tried to like clone it. Someone's trying to take my bank shit. I got it all shut down. Nothing got took from Jaboy. And now I think I'm going to get a Google Pixel. So, you know, but I'm still rolling with Android. Fuck iPhones.
I don't even know what to say to you.
Are you an iPhone person, I'm assuming?
Well, I was. My first smartphone was an Android, and then I dove in headfirst at this pool party into a pool with a beer in my hand, and like it wasn't open yet, you know. So I was like, "Oh, I'm cool. I'm gonna just take this like beer can, go to the deep end, and then come up and just drink it with a bunch of shorties."
Yeah.
And I got to the deep end, and I looked to my right hand, and it was my Android phone in my hand.
Yeah, that's rough.
I've had an iPhone ever since.
See, I had an Android because I had like an Evo. I had that HTC Evo. That phone was sick. And I just stuck with it. I never really cared, so I never understood why. But I'm also kind of a constant contrarian, so I could also see me just being like I'm like an Eagles fan who lives in Dallas. Like anything I can rub somebody the wrong way, like I'll take it if it's like I know it bothers them, but they can't do anything. Like I'll own that. I can be very antagonistic.
I was literally just about to say the reason why I didn't care when I had the Android and everybody was getting their like iPhone 2 or whatever, like I was because I'm a contrarian.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
But well, yeah. But then I got the iPhone and they had the voice memo, and that's how I started like recording my first raps. So like I've been writing raps for like 10 years. But I never recorded one until I got an iPhone.
So there was this really cheesy documentary. This is like one of the reasons why I hated Drake for as long as I did. I'm not like a big Drake fan. I feel like he's like a less lyrical version of LL Cool J, and that he just like, no, I'm serious, because LL Cool J, all he did was make songs for the ladies. Ladies love Cool J just like they love Drake, writing these rap love songs.
I know, but this is the second time you've said that like LL Cool J was a good lyricist, and I just don't think that's true.
Rock the bells, man. Come on, dude. Rock the bells.
OG. What did I say? What did I say?
Not,
get your ass back to NCIS.
Well, but there was this interview where he did. It was a documentary about Drake. He was like, "Yeah, I write all my rhymes on a BlackBerry," and then it was just him like sitting there writing. And it was like this whole 15-minute segment of this documentary was about how Drake only writes his raps on BlackBerries, and he has like 3 of them on him at a time. And I was like, "Fuck that!" And old Sticky, he had a BlackBerry at the time, and I was like, ugh, are you writing? And I thought Sticky might be writing raps on his BlackBerry. He might have.
No. Sticky like tries to shit on me for my raps, like the ones I write like today. And he's like, dude, you use that like same rhyme scheme for like 8 bars. Like that's not cool. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking?
Well,
like I was like,
yeah.
you write a rap. And then also Barack Obama had a BlackBerry when he got into the Oval. And they had to take it from him.
Yeah,
they're like, yeah. They should have took Trump's BlackBerry or his sidekick, whatever.
Yeah,
like whatever he was tweeting on the toilet all day.
Well, and Sticky's tearing up the streets of Miami, DJing it up. So Sticky's doing his thing.
No,
but I mean,
no,
when it comes to the hip, when it comes to rap, he doesn't. I've never heard really Sticky drop bars.
he no, he's never dropped bars, and he only exclusively DJs during Pride Week, so or Pride Month.
That's
He's a
shut
proud
up.
boy. He's a proud boy.
Oh, shut up. No,
Allegedly,
but
allegedly.
no, that really, like, my dad had a BlackBerry and he rocked that shit for forever. Like, I think he still has it in a drawer somewhere. I never got the obsession, but there was like the little rolly ball thing. But that's like, that is one of the reasons why I hated Drake originally, is just because this whole segment of this documentary about him like drinking Sprite and talking about how he only uses Blackberries to write his rhymes and keeps him in the studio. You gotta have a
In the
BlackBerry
studio.
at all times. At all
Well,
times.
I actually saw that same documentary, and I got weirded out because like it's like just like I can't like drive and text. I can't even be in a car, like even if I'm not driving, and then like text without getting like car sick. But when I heard that he was writing rhymes on his phone, I was like, I could never do that because I just always do it with, my hand. Is it called freehand? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just like my
Handwriting, you write it.
handwriting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
write
yeah,
it.
yeah. I've got stacks and stacks, like dictionary size stacks of raps, like that I handwrite, and I just felt like that was always going to be what I did. But to be honest, recently I have like in my recently, I mean like maybe last year or two, I've been writing them in my phone.
Okay. Well, yeah, that just always bothered me. But there's another documentary I saw that made me love Soldier Boy. I think Soldier Boy is like a genius. There's this old documentary that was on Netflix, and I doubt you can find it. You might find it on YouTube. But
Yeah, I just saw it on YouTube.
it's super old. Like he's 20, 21. So he's been in the game since, he was doing his thing since we were in just getting out of high school. But like
Maybe before, like
yeah,
he was
yeah.
like on LimeWire.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. I mean, he had over 1 million people listening to his music when he signed his record deal. That's why he got so much money, because he
But
built it.
do you know what he used to do? He would come out with a song on LimeWire, I guess,
Yeah.
and he would name it Michael Jackson's Thriller, and so
Oh,
then
yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
people would like download it, thinking it was Michael Jackson, and it was him, and it just like it went viral.
Yeah, but there's this documentary where it talks about Soldier Boy, and he explains like how he started. Shows a little shitty desktop that he started on, and it's like his aunt's house or something, or his mom's house. It's like incredible, and it made me like absolutely love Soldier Boy. Like to this day, I was like, he's a genius. He's an absolute genius, and like marketing himself and finding a niche and like running with it. I mean, he's obviously ridiculous, and you can
Well,
say
he's
what you
like,
want,
I
but
think he
he's
has
a
like his own
genius.
cryptocurrency right
Well,
now.
he's
So I
done
don't know.
crypto. He's had his own like knockoff, rip off, like Nintendo systems and stuff. But he's
Oh
done
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
yeah,
things
yeah.
and like he's made so much money, and he's lasted so long. He's lasted longer than like I smoked cigarettes. I don't know. Like he's been doing this shit for forever. Like, and I quit smoking. I'm just saying, but I
Okay,
smoked
but
for
like
but I
okay,
smoked
like
for like
as
12 years. Most rappers don't stay in the game that
okay,
long.
unless you said you smoked for 12 years, how the fuck would anybody know how long you smoked
Well, I
cigarettes?
know. I guess I don't know. I was riffing.
Okay, well, do you want to explain what it means to Superman that hoe?
I don't know if I can say that without being demonetized or no. See, but that was no,
Demonetized?
I don't know. But that's what's genius about him, is he created these songs and he would create these goofy niche dances and just post videos of him doing it. So people were requesting his songs at radio stations before he even had a record deal. So whenever he signed with College Park, they had to sign him to a huge deal because he had over 1 million people listening to his shit and wearing his shirt, doing his stupid dances, and now he's like kind of coked out and all crazy, but he's still relevant. It's interesting.
Yeah, well, like when I managed the band Captions, that the super producer was in, is like 10 years ago. Uh, like I learned, like I did a lot of, like I went to Borders books, and like I got like about like artist management because I just kind of was thrown into it, but I
Yeah.
really wanted to do it. And it was the electronic press kit was like what you need to, like, if you're gonna try to like pitch studios, or not, well, record labels, I should say,
Yeah.
like to sign you. Yeah, so you have to have all that, and then it was like, basically nowadays it's like garage bands aren't getting signed unless you have like a following on YouTube, or you got the clicks on Spotify, Apple, whatever it is. So like that's just the name of the game.
Well,
So
yeah,
yeah,
that's taken over everything. We're
yeah,
watching.
he got in early, like he built it up, but it's like you're not even gonna get to talk to a label, like, unless you have like already like a built up audience.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's Yeah, we see now. We watched like what Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher, like one of the worst names ever. These two coaches arguing about NIL deals. It's like, yeah, if I'm gonna get a full scholarship to USC and get a $2 million NIL deal with Subway. If I have a bigger following on my high school football highlights and I have more clicks and I have more Twitter followers, they want the school wants the publicity, and now those kids can cash in on it. So it's like that whole aspect of it is relevant in almost everything we do at this point.
You want to hear something crazy? I,
Crazy.
I sold $2,000 worth of cigars to Jimbo Fisher.
That's crazy. $2,000 worth of cigars. That's pretty nuts.
I had a customer who was in College Station out there in Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they hit me up. They're like, "Yo, Jimbo Fisher, he comes in here and he wants this cigar, and I need 8 boxes." And I was like, "Done."
That's pretty awesome. That'd be dope. He'd be like, "You're a good man. I appreciate you. Thanks for the gars."
I'll be like, "Yo, go Horns."
Yeah, hook 'em, bitch. Yeah, what? I liked how he was talking about like, oh, these people, they're not all squeaky clean and they do fucked up shit when he's talking about Nick Saban. But I'm like, didn't you like leave Florida State because you got in a shit ton of trouble for doing a bunch of shady shit? Like any of these football coaches, I'm sorry, they were just bitching at each other. It's a bunch of rich old white guys who who are
we have an episode. I think it's like episode fucking 6. And it's just like I'm disgusted by the NCAA, and it's like if you're a coach in the NCAA, especially football, like you got blood on your hands.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously Nick Saban has blood on his hands, but anybody named Jimbo, other than like my friend named Jim,
Jimbo Fisher.
Shout out Big Jim. He's a big Birds fan. He's from that area. I'm gonna go fly up and probably go see a Birds game. So heads up, Big Jim. I might be coming your way, but like if your name is Jimbo, like off the bat, like I assume you have some sort of blood on your hands. If it's not person, it's like wild boar, it could be alligator, it could be bald eagle because it was like, oh, it's nesting in my yard. I don't know, but you're still a patriot. Anyone named Jimbo?
No. You kill bald eagle, you're not a patriot anymore. I'm sorry.
Hey man, there's a lot of people who do weird shit. I mean,
that's illegal. That's like a fucking
no. Yeah, absolutely.
Like a felony.
So talking slanderous about the Philadelphia Eagles is technically against the law. That's what I've been saying that for years.
Well, my dad told me, he's like, it's unpatriotic to root against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Absolutely.
He's like, it's the birthplace of our nation. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, boom, done, sold. Who's a real patriot?
Me.
Yeah, I know. Me too. And shout out Big Jim because he is. But yeah, he lives up there. I want to go to a Birds game up there, Birds Cowboys. And man, we've been making moves. All right.
That's what I was gonna say. Is so they came out with the NFL schedule, and for the first time in NFL history, your Dallas Cowboys, not yours, but are gonna be playing 6 games, and where their opponent has had less than a week to prepare.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, I mean, well, what? So, our whole division, we have the weakest schedule. We're the Cowboys and the Washington Commanders, and then
the Eagles have an easy schedule. But they don't factor in the fact that the Cowboys are going to be like catching fools like off of like Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football, playing them on a Thursday.
Yeah, but I do think that they have 8 primetime games on Fox or something like that. They have 8 Fox primetime games.
Okay, but the record of
it's a lot of Buck and Troy.
Well, the record of any other team that's caught a team that didn't have a whole week to prepare is 4, and they have 6 this season.
Well, I mean, obviously there's going to be a drop off, and we don't want to get for the Cowboys. Obviously they aren't him. So that's all I got to say. But that is a fucked up schedule. And yeah, are they going to get favoritism? They have 8 games on Fox. Jerry Jones was like, we might be bad. Like they lost a lot of pieces.
Jerry Jones is really like, he's like, my team's worth more than any other team in the history of the world. Like put a soccer team in there. Like they're not as worth like as much money as the Dallas Cowboys, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm surrounded by Cowboys fans, and living and growing up in the den of them. But what I'd say is they don't think about the fact. I bring this up all the time. They haven't paid their 3 best players the three best players on the
Oh no,
entire.
they're gonna suck, but it doesn't matter.
No,
They've
no, I'm
sucked.
talking about salary
They've
cap. They're
sucked
already,
for,
yeah,
but
they already
they've sucked
suck.
for decades, and they're the most valuable team ever.
Well,
So it's like,
they
at
go in
what point?
cycles. They go in salary cap cycles, is what I'm saying. So there was a time when they paid Jalen Smith, they paid Zeke Elliott, they paid their offensive line, they made everybody, they paid Leighton Vander Esch, they paid Sean Lee, they paid all these guys like
Suddenly,
top at their position, right? So they paid them whenever they were up for contracts a shit ton of money. They paid DeMarcus Lawrence a shit ton of money, $100 million deal. He just had to restructure. Well, look at what they're doing now. So they've paid Dak, but they haven't paid CeeDee Lamb. They haven't paid Diggs. They haven't paid Chandler Parsons. I mean, they haven't paid Micah Parsons. They haven't paid any of their best players yet. They're all still on rookie deals. And all of those guys are so good, and they refuse to sign them early, that they're going to end up resetting the market for a defensive end and for a cornerback. And we see corners getting $100 million deals now. They're not
well,
going to.
Diggs is arguably the best corner in the game.
Yeah, I mean, he gets toasted the most, but he had the most picks one year. Like, I mean, yeah,
Exactly.
but I mean, he's gonna want to get paid.
Like, he's definitely better than like Ramsey, Jalen Ramsey.
I don't know about that.
Everybody out here in LA talks about him. I'm like, dude, this guy is a clown. Like, speaking of getting burned, that dude gets burned all damn day.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
he's got a Super Bowl ring now, though.
Yeah,
so.
he's got a ring now. So
Yeah, shout out Jalen Ramsey. I guess.
No, I don't know, but I'm just saying that they're putting themselves in salary cap hell. But that's a conversation for another day. But Cowboys are fucked. Go Birds all day. Gang shit.
Ego.
You ready to get into these questions?
Let's do it. You want to kick us off?
Yeah, I'll read you the first one. So I went and saw the Doctor Strange and was all like, and I was thinking about this, and so I wanted to put it on. So, do you believe in multiple realities? And if you do, and if there were, would you want to go visit them? Like, go check them out.
So, so the math side of me thinks, of course there is. However, I always think about, I'm like, is there really Mr. Goody Two Shoes and Old Man Huggy doing a podcast in another universe? Like, that seems kind of trippy and weird. But however, I'm like, well, the numbers would say yeah. And would I want to go visit it? I don't know, dude. I don't want to fuck up the ether. Like, unless other people are doing it and we just don't know, then if it's already a thing, then yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if there was no consequences, like I've said this before, if I had like a time machine or could go anywhere in time, the first thing I do, and like I have unlimited trips, so right, you have a time machine, you can use it as much as you want. I mean, it sounds shitty, but before I would like stop something from happening, or I wouldn't really want to change the course of history, first thing I do is I'd want to go to a bunch of concerts I could never go to, because like I'm way past that. I'd go see Earth, Wind and Fire and get like super wasted and go see them in like 74 somewhere in Atlanta. That'd be like the most lit thing ever. And then I could go, I wouldn't have an impact on anything, but I would do that before I'd go. I'd want to be a part of some historical event, I guess. So if I could go into another reality and see the other effects of my decisions, like some A Christmas Story type bullshit, the Ghost of Christmas Past, then I might go do that to see the separate outcomes. See, maybe you could have more reflection, I guess. But if I'm gonna fuck shit
up, let me ask you this. Yeah, so you go to another reality, or another universe, and and then it's like the butterfly effect or whatever. You just interact with somebody and it changes the course of history in that universe. Does it spill over to every universe?
I mean, I think it would have to. That's where they're like
merging. Or multiverse, I guess.
Yeah, in the multiverse, they like collapse in on themselves. There's multiple universes. There's like multiple. There's a Justice League or there's something. So the movie was good, but it had some cheesy parts. But
yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is, I never thought about this. Like maybe time travel isn't really happening. However, there is the multiverse. There's multiple universes. Because if you could like jump, well, is time travel the same as jumping from universe to universe? I think those are two different things, right?
Well, they'd be two different things. Like time jumping, you'd be going backwards on a timeline that's already
in the same universe that you're in,
and that'd be like you'd have to think. But like if time is like a circle, right? Then it would just continue. So you could go back. You would always end up back at the beginning. Like it would repeat itself.
Dude, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's some Interstellar, some Matthew McConaughey shit.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
crazy is he's in Interstellar, and where he goes back, and he's like, "Rah," and then he's also plays Rust in fucking first season of True Detective, where he has that whole like time's a flat circle, man, and he's like cutting up that Lone Star can and turns it into like a little figure, and he's power smoking camels.
yeah.
Sorry, like American, a great Texas product placement, because I was like, that's fairly accurate. Like that's kind of like most of my friends in Austin.
And, and your co-host,
You smoke camels, camel
Camel,
lats.
Camel Crush Mentos.
Okay, I remember Camel Special Lights. Those are my favorite. They don't even make those anymore
Yeah, no, why would they?
because they were delicious.
Disgusting. Why don't you just go smoke a Virginia Slim while you're at it, bro?
I used to steal my mom's. I'd steal my mom's all the time whenever I started smoking, and then I would. And this is crazy. So this is like the whole psychology behind it. And I've told her this before. I used to steal her. She'd have like one left, and we didn't get along. My mom, we did not get along that well when I was growing up. Sometimes I'd try to stick it to her, and I would go take her last cigarette, but I would use the rationale of like, well, why would I take your last cigarette? Like, I think you just misplaced it. Why would I steal like your last three cigarettes?
That was how you lied to her?
Yeah, I would convince her. I would like
Dude,
gas.
that is like twice as dirty. It's like, not only am I stealing your cigarette, it's the last one.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna lie to you and make you like I'm gonna gaslight you.
Yeah, question if I took it or not.
It's like, why? I would steal your cigarettes, but not the last one. And even though you just did, that's fucked up.
Well, that's like the only way. Like, you could ground me. You could take my car keys. You could do all these things to impede my. There's very few things I could do to like stick it to you. Don't leave your pack line out, bro. Come on now. I told her that she was like that. She was like, you're horrible. But I was like, we're even.
Oh shit, I was gonna say her name, but she's since passed. But you know her, Miss Haley.
Mm-hmm.
She brought Virginia Slims over to my house, and I would let her smoke them in my garage at my parents' house when we were like fucking 16.
Oh yeah. And then Mama Sticky, she used to have Benson Hedges, or I'd bum her cigarettes all the time, man. Cigarettes were funny because it was so taboo, but like there were so many people that smoked and pretended like they didn't. It was like amazing how many people. I thought like only my mom smoked. I probably started smoking because she smoked. I don't know if that even makes sense. But yeah, they were like Virginia Slim 120s, bro. 120s, dude.
Is it just get a normal cigarette? Like
I couldn't buy them. I wasn't old enough.
No. I'm talking about your mom. Like it's like you're gonna get a Virginia Slim, but then you're gonna get like the extended version. Come on.
Yeah, that's like the equivalent of smoking like Winston's or something, where it's just like it's like, why are you smoking that?
Or just like a notebook. It's just paper.
Smoking this hand rolled papyrus. It's delicious.
That's what it really is.
All right, do you want to do number 2?
Number 2, Joseph Huggins. Are you ready?
Yeah, that's a lot of build up. Yes, I'm ready.
Well, that's what I do. I set it up, baby. Like a Marcus Smart.
Yeah, Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart, the defensive player.
You see that jersey? You see that jersey I posted where somebody smelled it? Smart. I was like, I want that.
I didn't. I did see it, but I didn't know what it was. I was like, I gotta ask Joseph, what the fuck is SMAHT?
Smart, Marcus Smart.
Oh, you think you're better than me? That's what they say in Boston, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Therapy question number 2, y'all. If God created everything, who created God?
See, that's why I had like a couple good weeks with good therapy questions. Like I'm good for like one because you come up with the ones that make me laugh every single time. That's why I put one and I left 2 spots. I was like, he has something that he's been stewing on. If God created everything, then who created God? That's why I think that it's beyond our comprehension to understand some of those things. Like if there is a creator for the creator, that's like, Prometheus, where they're like, an alien, where they make the xenomorph, but then there's the engineers who made humans, and then it's like, who made the engineers? And they just keep coming up with movie franchises, and they never answer the question.
I actually think this proves that religion is obsolete. It's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense because it doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah,
that's it. Like, there's nothing else to talk about. It's like, there's just one all-powerful God who created the universe and the planets and humans. And then it's like, okay, well, who created God? Where do you come from? Or she or they? And it's like, and there's no answer because it doesn't, because they didn't think that part through.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that that is definitely a reason why the more people communicate and the more like knowledge everyone has, the more informed we are, the more obsolete is like a rough word, but like I understand what you mean by like there's like it's hard, it's more difficult, and like I'm all for I've been arguing with people for days right now about like just create this people's rights in the Constitution, and listening to people like do double talk and they're pro this but then they're not for pro that because it affects a group that they want to be affected. And I'm like, dude, just like you got to be consistent. Like there's freedom of religion, so everybody should be able to practice their religion. But
Yeah, I'm not saying that they
yeah.
shouldn't be able to.
But that being the case, like how to what extent can we really be like a Christian nation where we have Christian laws that we impose on other people, and then you really don't have like that's like saying, oh, you have religious freedom and you live in the Vatican. It's like, well, get the fuck out of here. Like, no, you don't. Like I don't. Like you don't. You have religious police officers. Get the fuck out of here. If I'm Hindu and I live in the Vatican, I'm not saying I know this for a fact, but I could see it being more difficult for someone who doesn't practice that religion living in that area.
Well, do you think it's more difficult for you living in this country, the United States of America, and maybe not? But I don't know. Like, are you Christian? Would you consider yourself Christian?
No, I mean, I think I don't really claim anything. Wouldn't say I'm
But do you think
religious. I think that you can be a good person and not be religious at the same time.
Well, of course, obviously.
Yeah,
what are
yeah.
you talking about?
No, but like I think that's what religion has become is more about imposing your will and projecting your own moral standards and views on other people and deeming if you think they're good people or not based off of what they do, but based off of a checklist that you have internally, and then creating laws to impose that so-called checklist on other people and make them adhere to it. At that point, you no longer have like a religious freedom. You no longer have religious freedom in like your state at that point, like because the standards and the laws and the way things are dictated by a religious view, and that's more of an opinion than it is like a fact. Like it's fucked up. Like I don't need a book to tell me it's fucked up to steal from somebody. I don't. There's certain things that are intrinsic things that we do as people that make you be generous with your time. You can take things from all religions, but you don't have to necessarily be religious. So whenever it comes to like who created God, like then if I disagree with you, then that's not you, but anyone, then they're like, well, you're wrong and that's bullshit, and it's like, no, that's really fucked, because you guys can't even agree on the same shit within your own thing. You can be Baptist or you can be Southern Baptist. Like I can drink soda and I can dance at a wedding, or like I can't drink soda. I'm not allowed to dance at weddings. I've been to one of those. It was the weirdest shit I've ever been to in my life. My sister took me, and I was like definitely the only black guy there, and I was like 15 or 16, so I think everyone just left me alone.
Well, you know what we need to do is start our own religion for the God that created God.
Whoa, next level. I like it. That's actually pretty awesome.
$1 trillion idea.
Yeah, I mean, tax-free $1 trillion idea. Let's go.
Okay, I have to say it now. So the $1 trillion idea.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I knew you were going to drop it.
It's called Christ Coin.
Christ Coin?
Yeah, and it's a cryptocurrency targeting the Christian religion. And then once we start making bills, like billions, we have like altcoins, like the spawn off. So the
Peter,
Hindus,
the Paul,
the Buddhists.
Or you
No. We go all religions, Muslims, everybody's on Christ coin, and then it's, I don't know if I could say this. I'll just say Buddhist coin, because I was going to say the M word. The Prophet Muhammad.
You can say that.
Yeah, you can. I know.
Simpsons did it.
Well, like ask, what happened in France and Paris.
No, true.
Yeah, so I just want to be careful. Abraham coin, the Moses coin.
Yeah,
whatever you know what I'm saying? Like
the David, the Goliath.
How does it not already happen? Like, how does it not exist? Where the fuck is Joel Osteen?
He's yeah, that's true. I don't know where he is.
He's hiding.
Yeah,
cash
if you see Joel Osteen, you come let me know. I need to talk to that nigga too. I need to talk to that person too. No, Joel Osteen sucks. I'm gonna have to edit that out.
How are you gonna edit it?
I can go through and mute stuff, but no, I mean Joel Osteen's a piece of shit. But I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that nobody's actually thought about doing that. That's crazy. A religious cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's like, okay, all these churches, all they do is just like siphon money out of people for, tax free,
True.
right? They're already ripping people off. So why can't we rip them off?
Yeah, but I mean, but that's terrible. See, I was trying to hope you would avoid saying anything about ripping off, so you could just be like, yeah, we're gonna make these Christ coins.
Yeah, well, like this is the thing. Like all the cryptocurrency, like other than the two OGs, Ethereum and Bitcoin, it's like, what is the utility? What is this other than speculation?
I could see like QVC ads like, now look, this beautiful emerald ring, 100% real. It's only 75 Christ coins. I can like see that. People being like, hey, I need to get that for my granddaughter. She'd love it. Oh, it's real. It's an investment.
Yeah, and for all you people out there in the world, because I know there's like 21 fucking countries listening. If you steal this is copyrighted and trademarked. It's on the blockchain, so deal with it.
I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but yeah, watch out. No, that's actually a really good idea. I can't believe
I know it is.
But what, like Scientology, that's something Scientology would do. They'd be like the L. Ron Hubbard coin.
Why haven't
they have like a
it?
little boat, like with him, like being all creepy on some boat in like a sea captain's uniform, and then Tom Cruise on the back.
So this guy hit up my previous roommate and was asking him how to create a coin for his local church. And then my ex-roommate was like, well, what are you like? What is it? What are you guys going to do? And it was like clearly a scam. And I was like, what the fuck? He was like in real time telling me about this like conversation. Like, I know. And I was like, dude. And that's where it clicked. And I was like, we need to create a coin. Dude, and it's not for a local church. It's for religion, period. And then I was like, and it took me like literally like 10 seconds. I was like, Christ coin.
Dude, that's genius, dude. That's pretty genius, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
It's don't put the money in the basket.
Yeah, like
just buy the Christ coin.
Yeah, buy the Christ coin, and you can buy and join the blockchain. Join Jesus on the blockchain.
You have a built-in like 5 billion person like pool of people.
Dude, that'd be crazy. That's some Righteous Gemstones bullshit. Great show, by the way. All right, what's the next one? Dude, that's so fucked up. Christ coin. That's so good. That's so good. Number 3.
I'll see you guys in the next multiverse.
Yeah. There's a multiverse where you've made that. You've scammed the world, and you're like Elon Musk of cryptocurrencies with Christ coin. Man.
Christ coin is tethered to or it's a stable coin for the Vatican.
Oh, okay.
No.
Dude, that's incredible.
Okay. Therapy question number 3, y'all. Joseph, is your imagination made of atoms?
Yeah, is my imagination made of atoms? Yeah, I mean, you use your imagination when you dream, and that's right, like chemical reactions and stuff that happen in your brain when you're sleeping.
Would you call a dream your imagination?
I think you use your imagination in your dreams. I think it's a compilation of everything that's going on in your head at the time, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, I've been having some crazy dreams lately, and they're usually never fun. It's like when there's something fun's about to happen in my dream, like I'm about to get down with my pants off, like something stupid happens.
Yeah, I've been
like I get cock blocked or something.
Yeah, I've had dreams, like reoccurring dreams, or like dreams in reoccurring places, the same background scenarios or something like that. But yeah, I think it's like your subconscious and everything that's going on. And yeah, I've definitely had some things where like right when things are about to get cool in my dream, like I wake up or something like that. It's like always something lame.
Stupid happens. It's like then I can't move my arm, and then it's like
you're about to get in a fight, and all of a sudden you can't move your arms, and then you're like, oh man, and then your tooth
all
falls
your teeth feel out.
Yeah, your tooth falls out.
Exactly.
And you're like, what the hell, bro? And you wake up like touching your teeth, like, what, huh? Did that
Actually,
happen?
had that like recurring dream with all where all my teeth would fall out all the time, and I haven't had it in like 3 years, but I had it for like probably over a decade. So I'm very grateful that I don't have that fucking dream anymore. But is your imagination made of atoms? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because your thoughts are just neurons firing in your brain, and what is your imagination? It's just like a synonym for thought, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's your thought like wandering off and creating things that that like don't exist, or like that's the whole. Yeah, that has to be, even if you break it down on like a chemical reaction level, there's atoms that make up those chemicals that like are in your body. So
Yeah, just the neurons that,
yeah.
like firing in your brain. Um, so that's why like I've said this like, and I want to believe this, but I heard this, and it's the you're just the being or the person observing your thoughts. You're not actually creating your thoughts because it's just your chemicals firing in your brain.
It could be a combination of the two, because I think you can think about something and then go, so you can start to create. There's times where I would go to sleep and I'd try to dream about something. Did you ever try to do that when you were a kid? You'd be like, all right, I want. No, you never tried to like control your dreams ever.
Well, I can. Well, I've got a reoccurring dream where I fly, but it's also like it's cool, and it's like I know I'm dreaming, but it's like I'm not flying like Superman would fly. I'm like more like levitating and then moving forward like a psycho. Um, but that happens in my dreams, and I know I'm dreaming when it happens. But other than like, I never go to like before I go to sleep, like think about.
Yeah, I had when I was a kid. I sometimes like what's on my mind. Obviously, I'll dream about. So there was this old. I was talking to somebody about this. There's this old show called Sightings. Do you remember the show Sightings, like the alien show? They used to. It was on like UPN or something at like 10 o'clock at night, and I would stay up and watch it. And it was all about like, oh, this country couple had a alien abduct them, and they'd interview these like toothless people out in the hollers of West Virginia, and they're like, hey, it came down this big old saucer and it scooped me up and took off. But they would recreate these things, and if I was up late and I was watching it, and it'd be like this person like on a table, and there'd be all these aliens like attacking them or whatever, and I would have nightmares if I watched that show at night every
Well,
single time.
I mean that makes sense, but you weren't like trying to do it. However, can I say this real quick before I forget? The White House is having meetings.
Oh
This
yeah.
is in the public record, like literally this week about the influx of UFOs, it like in Earth, and apparently San Francisco, it's been going off. So it's no longer like a toothless person who doesn't
Well,
make
no,
sense.
no, but I'm
It's
saying
like it's
it's.
like this shit is real.
Well, what I'm talking about is this show was like specifically exploiting these people and their stories. So it
Well,
was
no,
what it was
no,
like,
I get that,
the
but
Jerry Springer of like UFO shows
yeah,
with
well,
really bad reenactments. But when you're like 7, freaked the shit out of me. I was like, holy fuck, that's crazy. And then I'd go to sleep and have the worst, the worst dreams ever, because I'd be afraid I'd be getting abducted by aliens all the time.
and that's why you guys, audience, should watch porn before you go to sleep.
And
Then you'll stream about porn.
And then I was in 6th grade, and Blink 182's album Enema of the State came out, and there was the song Aliens Exist, and I knew exactly what he was talking about.
All the bad things. Okay. Well,
So, yes, it's made of atoms.
I feel like you glossed over the fact that the White House is like
No,
worried
no.
about UFOs.
Well, no. I mean, that's like a whole like rabbit hole, because yeah, there's some people who would say that yes, obviously UFOs are real. Now there is a section of the community or the world that is believing in that they're like holograms and projections, and that they're not real. Like I was having this. I have the weirdest.
What?
Yeah, that's a whole. That's what I'm saying. Like I absolutely, it's mathematically impossible for aliens to not exist. Obviously, they've been
Well, yeah,
coming here
but
for a grip, but some people think that it's
no,
like.
no, 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 no. It's mathematically impossible for them not to exist. I don't think it's mathematically impossible for uh, that they haven't like got to Earth.
No, I don't think that's not, but I think that any type of other life form living on another planet in this universe, just one, I think it's mathematically impossible that doesn't that they don't
Yeah,
exist.
yeah,
Now,
for sure.
could they have the same hurdles that we do in getting
Or
somewhere,
worse.
or worse? But depending on, because what we consider the habitable zone for water, there could be creatures that don't even need water to exist. That could become. No, I'm saying like there's other things we don't know. Like that's to say that we know what affects us on our planet. Like if we were to discover stuff that lived on Venus, it would be completely different than what we did.
To if something lives on Venus,
Exactly, it'd be some scary
holy
shit. It'd be some
shit.
scary shit.
Holy shit.
If
Was it like
something
it's like
lived
2000
in,
degrees?
but also if something lived like under the ice in Europa and lived in like those super toxic, crazy, radiation filled like liquid oceans underneath the ice, that could almost be completely different than us, and that's so far from the habitable zone that anything
But
that.
but that's living in water.
Okay, true, gotcha,
Yeah.
but
I think you like I think we've
but
pretty much
to be yeah
established
to,
like life is it's nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, right? Like that's it. And that's like literally like what the entire universe, all planets, everything is like made up of. Like
absolutely, but that's like considered in the habitable zone, which is like the band of area where there's things that like this area in proximity
no,
to a star can allow life, as far as we know, to grow and procreate and be there. That's why they look for planets in those like that
well,
area.
like no, like what is the star? Like I'm saying, like regardless if it's in a habitable zone or not, I think the entire universe is those four elements.
No. Oh well, yeah. Okay. Obviously, yeah. Those are like the building blocks, but
Right.
what something else would need to survive in comparison to what we would need to survive. Like
It's like yeah,
it'd
yeah,
be like
yeah.
they
Like
come
the
here,
balance is might be
oxygen's
different.
toxic. They come
Yeah,
here and like what we breathe is horrible, or it's like the pressure here is too much for them on
that'd be
this
sick.
planet. Yeah, that'd be dope. Be like, get out of here, bitch. What's up,
Yeah,
gang gang? All
oxygen's
day.
toxic.
Yeah, get out of here with your little suit.
You're not even a cool
Nice
alien.
helmet, bitch. That'd be tight.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
clown.
I'm
And
assuming
then
they're
and then
wearing helmets.
we would just launch like we'll just put Will Smith up there to slap them,
Yeah.
and then as we talked about before, our boy from Aerosmith,
We would send
I
them all
want to
up.
close your
Dude,
eyes.
we would send them all up. We would send Steven Tyler, Ben
Steven
Affleck,
Tyler,
the ghost of Bill Paxton, because he's in like Apollo 13, so he's up
Bruce
there.
Willie,
Yeah,
Bruce
Bruce
Willie.
Willis is up there. Dude, we're sending everyone. That's a squad. Like, and they all owe it to us.
Yeah, we'll send Matt Damon's bitch ass up there to grow some potatoes on
Yeah.
their heads.
Grow some potatoes, bitch. But I'm Jason Bourne. No, you're not. Shut up.
We'll send Sandra Bullock up there just or George Clooney just to get like last.
Jodie Foster to talk to him. Be
Oh,
like,
fuck
hey,
yeah,
what's
yeah,
up?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
what's up, guys?
Did I ever tell you that my dad, Mr. Dutch, saw Jodie Foster out here where I live, like literally where I live right now. It's like Westlake, when she was like 8 years old at a bar drinking a beer.
I mean, I'm not surprised. That's bad.
Nobody said anything. She was with her dad
I mean, that's badass, honestly.
because she was like a child star.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because she was big when she was like 13, 14.
Yeah,
She's in Taxi Driver,
maybe
right?
even younger. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, that's with,
Oh, are you talking to me?
yeah.
That's all I know about Taxi.
Oh, yeah, that's like the creepy love interest of his character, I believe, is played by Jodie Foster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think might be younger than 13 or 14 in that.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, hit us with topic number one, y'all. Current events. Joseph's gonna start it out.
All right, so this is an article. It's from Bloomberg. Bloomberg, your boy.
He's not my boy.
Yes, he's your boy, dude. He's
I
your
know. I
boy.
just
Own
what
it.
the fuck? I voted for Biden. But no, Bloomberg Business Week is, I think it's a reputable publication.
No, I know. I just like giving you a hard time.
I know.
So this is an article. Yeah, it's by Bloomberg Business Week, and it says compensation is becoming an even bigger headache in the remote work era. Did you read this article, sir?
Yes, sir.
So it's basically talking about how the base pay and how these companies have been, before pre-pandemic, they were paying people based off of geographic locations and commute to work. I mean, I can attest to that when I moved back from Colorado to Texas, like my money goes farther in Texas, but also like that also means that they're not like paying the same, if that makes sense. Like living in Denver proper was way more expensive, and like what I was compensated reflected that. It's about the same. I make more here now than I was in Denver, but you know, it wasn't like right off the bat that there was no easy transition between the two. Where is it? Yeah, so
but you don't have income tax, right?
no, so yeah, exactly. So I don't have income tax. I don't pay the state tax, and you get taxed the fuck out of in Colorado. And then you know they tax you on your weed too, so it's not cool.
And I actually like that, like because I live out in California, y'all, and I love paying taxes on my weed. I'm like, that's right. I'm contributing back to the state and getting high.
Well, it talks about how there's about 40% of this one company, Checkers, their staff lives within 50 miles or more of their 6 offices, and they've pretty much fully sold into this whole remote working, but they're having to manage multiple people with multiple pay scales. It's essentially seems like it's forcing people to overpay for other people. Like some people have been making bank off of this working from home. If you're working for, say, I work remote now. I was working for a company in San Francisco and I moved back to Idaho. Like some of those people didn't get like a reduction in pay. They're not going back to the office, which is which I kind of wish I'd gotten in on that, to be honest.
Well, I mean, so I think this is temporary as far as like the imbalance because a lot of these companies are going to realize that their commercial real estate, like the office, they could just rent it out or sell it. And then, like they don't, it's like you're quote unquote overpaying like for somebody to work at home. It's like, well, why are you paying for this fucking empty cubicle?
Yeah, there's this article I read it like right around the beginning of the pandemic, and it was talking about Austin, and there's so much commercial real estate. They've built so much commercial real estate. I don't know if this is still the case. I'm assuming it is, but there was a lot of people who moved to work remotely. They had a lot of empty, brand new office spaces that they couldn't sell. So there was a lot of people building, thousands of square feet of, we built this 50,000 square foot office industrial area with like garage doors and all this bullshit, and they can't fill it because no one wants to fill those spaces anymore, or they don't want to go back to those offices, and it's kind of collapsed the commercial real estate market.
Well, that's the thing. Like, not a financial advisor yet. However,
are you gonna say it when you are?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
And I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to give financial advice.
You're like, do you think this is going to be my humble moment? Of course not.
But no, the move right now, I won't tell you specifically what to do. However, this is the move. It's invest in residential real estate because all these commercial buildings in New York, LA, Houston, just fucking name a city, they're gonna get converted into residential real estate because people are working from home. And it's gonna be like a huge, like I'm talking about, speaking of $1 trillion ideas, like $1 trillion like move from commercial real estate to residential. And I know which is gonna be really good because like housing prices are so fucking out of the goddamn like stratosphere right now.
Yeah.
So it would be like a market correction, but however, if you get in on the ground floor, you're gonna be sitting pretty.
And don't forget, invest in Christ Coin, you guys.
Christ Coin, yeah. We're gonna turn these commercial real estates into churches.
And don't forget that limited edition, limited edition Ezekiel NFT comes out next week, you guys.
That Zeke coin, Zeke.
It's minted 1 of 1, you guys.
Ooh. Zeke the freak.
Yeah, I mean, I think that people are wanting to work from home. I think that whatever they feel like they're overpaying employees to work from home. They're saving money and not paying rent so they can like shut up. I don't know. That just sounds like some
or gas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about the employee. Yeah, for their people in gas. If they're paying for people's gas because they're consultants and they run around, you're saving money having your people work from home. Like, you don't tell me that hasn't improved your bottom line not having to pay rent. I don't. Yeah. If anybody ever told me that in any walk of life, I tell them they're full of shit.
Or just
Oh, I
yeah,
don't pay
just like
rent, so therefore, but times are hard. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, that's normally the biggest bill in everyone's life is like a mortgage, or I bet you the biggest bill that they have for the new Tesla plant or whatever is going to be property tax. I bet you their property tax for that chunk of land that they put a factory on. So, I mean, well, maybe not because they're,
well, no, that's why they moved it to Texas
no, I
so they
mean, well,
could
they don't have
avoid
to,
that.
well, they'd still have to pay property tax, wouldn't they?
Well, property taxes, because we talked about this, I was like trying to shit all over Texas. Um, it's done like county by county or city by city in
Oh
Texas.
yeah, yeah, no, I know that, but what I'm saying is that's probably one of their biggest like bills that they would have if you have 150,000 acres out in the middle of fucking nowhere, bumfuck Texas. Your biggest bill is probably going to be your property tax, which is essentially like paying your rent for owning that land, right? Or they'll come take it. It's the same with your mortgage. So anybody who tells me I don't have to pay rent anymore, and man, my money's getting tighter by the second, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? I wouldn't believe them. I'd be like, you're full
Yeah,
of shit, because that's the biggest bill in anybody's. You pay your rent for a business, that's probably your biggest bill is your rent and your property tax, and what you have to pay to have that space. Just that's the bare minimum of operating a business for a brick and mortar or anything, is having the location. If you don't have
yeah.
to do that.
I mean, in California, like, and I don't quote me on this, but I think it's true. I mean, your boy's ranting right now. Um, Property tax is like locked in. So when whatever you bought it for, that then that's the percentage of tax you have to pay. So it's like even if you're like if it goes up, like the which has been like the price of your house, you still are paying.
That's some Happy Gilmore shit.
I
Grandma,
think I think that's true.
yeah,
But
Grandma Gilmore was gonna lose her house because she wasn't paying her property taxes. She owned the house, and Happy Gilmore started a golf career to save his grandma's house because she didn't pay her property taxes.
it's all on the hips, baby.
Yeah, that's, oh man, dude, Chubbs, that's so good. Oh man, that just makes me laugh. That's one of my favorite characters. Chubb,
Get me out of here. It took me a long time to realize that Ben Stiller was like the head of that nursing home.
yeah, no, that's so good. That's incredibly good, and that's weird. I posted a picture of that guy earlier today. That's a great Ben Stiller character, though.
Yeah, he's great. And then he's also like the bad guy in Heavyweights.
Oh, Heavyweights is so good.
What's his name? Tony.
Tony
Tony.
Perkis. Yeah,
That's essentially his character, like in like Dodgeball.
I
Or
found
whatever.
online. I bought one. I'll wear it next episode. I'm wearing my Latex Grenade shirt. They're a punk band out of LA. Shout out them. I got a shirt, and it's a Tony Perkins shirt with him. That's got him as like what's that called? The human whatever that depiction. But it's the logo from the workout company in Heavyweights. So it's like one of those shirts that he wears.
I can't believe I'm blanking on this, but I say it like randomly, like to this day. It's like something. It's about Lars. The
Oh, Lars.
yeah. There's like a quote. It's like something Lars, and I say it all the time. I don't even think about that. It's Heavyweights. It's just like in my vernacular now.
And what's even better is that like later on he plays an older version of himself as the guy who owns the camp and shows up at the end and like is
That's
like
Lars.
no,
Oh,
no, that's Ben Stiller.
Tony. Yeah,
Yeah, that's Ben
yeah.
Stiller as like a fat suit. And then I realized it when I was like 12, but that the dad from Seinfeld is Ben Stiller's dad.
Right.
Yeah, which is like fantastic. So I'm just trying to imagine that was probably the craziest household ever, like between the two of them.
And now Ben Stiller is like a big time director. Like,
Yeah, he's crushing
doesn't
it.
even act anymore.
Crushing it.
Yeah, he is.
Merman, Dad. Merman.
Fuck, I'm like, it's on the verge of my tongue, the Lars quote. But I mean, he does say, "Buddy system, buddy."
Dude, that is so good. I think about whenever he breaks all those glass mugs and then tries to do the back handsprings over the broken or across the floor and like slide.
He's like,
That's like such a good meltdown scene. That's such a good, yeah. And he's walking on it. Oh my fucking
and
god!
then when they lock him into the cage, and then like he's like getting shocked.
Yeah.
Right?
Or whenever they tie Lars through the tree. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Heavyweights, old movie, super super low key, amazing movie. If you've never seen Heavyweights, it's really
a kid's
great.
fat camp.
Yeah, it's about a bunch of chubby kids who get sent off to a fat camp. to lose weight by their parents, and Ben Stiller plays this like crazy motherfucker who takes over and tries to make them do all sorts of weird shit, and was
Tries to make them better people.
yeah, better nails, all sorts of wild shit. It's really funny. It's like a forgotten movie. I feel like never got enough credit when it came out.
Yeah, I love that movie. I stand by it.
Oh yeah, but I mean that was definitely a boy movie. That's something where it was like my dad took me to go see that, and my sisters went and saw like I don't know Titanic for the ninth time whenever that movie came out.
You know, Spice World by the Spice Girls.
Yeah, I saw that in the theaters. Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too. Took out Titanic as the #1 movie in the world.
Yeah, I believe it. A Spice World song will come on, and I like know the words not because I want to, but because I was tortured with it, and it's kind of and the
tell
song,
me what you want, what you really, really want.
Oh yeah, but no, but not just that song. There's some really really good songs.
Okay, well, like I'm an addict for this show on Netflix. It's in the 4th season. It's called The Circle.
Okay.
It's like a social media game show or contest, and everybody's like in their own little apartment, and you never see the other contestants, but you talk to each other via The Circle, which is like their social media platform. And the Spice Girls, Baby Spice and Scary Spice, were just on it, and they were catfishing. So you can catfish, or you can come in as yourself. Like from episode 3, season 1, I was like, dude, I need to get on this fucking show. I would murder it. Like, and you win $100,000. So basically, at the end of every like episode, everybody votes like or ranks like their #1 through whatever, however many people are there at the time.
Yeah.
And then somebody gets kicked out, and so the goal is just to last longer than everybody.
I'll have to check it out. That sounds interesting.
It is interesting. It sounds kind of corny, like on the face of it, but when you watch it, it's like fucking like 3D chess.
Dude,
like
yeah,
Baby Spice and Scary Spice, they were catfishing fools.
That sounds better than like watching like The Ultimatum or something. That shit's really intense.
Yeah.
It is, because I would want to watch The Ultimatum with a girl and gossip about it, because it'd be funny, because it's like a train wreck. But then there's like so much. I feel like that's like it's added pressure, because it's like, yeah, so what are we doing? You're like, wait, what? Like, hold on, I thought we were just watching a show. Now am I having an ultimatum too? I feel like it's just like right? I feel like
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I don't know. It sounds intense.
Okay.
Next one. Next one. I'll do this one. So basically, it's an article: $60 billion crypto collapse reveals a new kind of bank run. I'm sure everybody's heard about it. I'm 100% out. I got out at maybe about like 12 hours before the big fall. Fuck it. Don't care. Long term, short term. Nope. And I'm not going to buy the dip either. At that point, there's a lot of people who lost a shit ton of money buying the dip again. And it's, Terra coins were what? They were 115 a share, and then 8 hours later or something like that, they were less than a dollar. They were like less than a cent or something. It crashed 100%, or it was like 98.8% crash. I mean, so many people lost so much money. And they were basically, I was reading about how.
Well, real quick, like you and I made so much money on crypto, and the fact that like I think it might, like at least I like for myself, and I think you too, like underappreciated how we got out before the crash. Like
I appreciate. Like, I got out twice.
I know, but like I just I don't know what it like. I've never lost on crypto. It's like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna liquidate right now, because I don't think it's gonna move very much. And the shit drops so much, and it's like, how did I miss that? Like, how did my luck keeps going?
Yeah, I mean, and there's now now that it's like resetting. I'm like, oh, I could buy a bunch of Doge at 8 cents again.
Get the fuck out of here.
No,
Doge is done. It's dead to me.
No, I know. Well, I'm just saying is like now, if you made a bunch of money like we did early when it was all low, some of these things have reset to astronomical low prices. Like I didn't really get into like the Luna coin because I just didn't. I didn't get into it, but I could have rode.
Well, why would you?
Well, true, but I could have rode that wave from $0 to 115, like I rode a bunch of other waves. If I'd gotten in when I thought about it, and then I just chose not to. I was like, nah, fuck it, I don't want to do that. But then I would have lost everything. I would have lost everything, which is crazy. So I'm very appreciative of the fact that I got the fuck out. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, both times.
When you did. When you
Both
did.
times. Because I sold my Doge like a little bit before. Maybe it was like 10 cents from peaking and I got the fuck out. Because it was so much that I was like, I don't want to lose any of it. And it's like I told you with me rolling dice or gambling, it's like, man, I'd rather leave with 30 extra than leave with 30 less. So I'll walk the fuck away from a table. And I was up so much that I was like, I don't care how high this rides. I'll just buy more. I've made so much. I'll just dump twice as much in and get the same amount. And then it crashed overnight. Then I sold everything, went to sleep and woke the fuck up and everything was back down to like 12 cents, 11 cents. And I was like, damn, I got out at like 60. And then I started watching videos of people dumping all this money in and it was like rising and then it just started to plummet. And you just see videos of people live streaming losing like tens of thousands of dollars. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So
It's
both times I missed it, and I'm glad I got out. And I listened to you because you got out before me. You were like, I'm out. I was like, oh man, really? Like you should stay the fuck in. You're like, nah, dude, I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I'm not like permanently out. But like not a crypto advisor, if that's a term.
Yeah, I don't think. Obviously, that's not a term because
I
everybody's
just
like,
coined it. I just Christ coined it.
oh, bro, that's good. Okay, that's a new one. I just Christ coined it. I like that. That's fucking fire.
I'm a marketing genius.
Yeah, seriously. Modern day soldier boy.
No, dude. But I would. This is where I'm at. It's when I'm gonna get back in. Just because I like to diversify, and I think because okay, the crypto market's a lot like 1999, the year 2000. There's like hundreds, if not thousands, of IPOs. Like these websites, tech companies hitting the market, or like going public, and 98% of them went bankrupt. However, Amazon, Apple, those companies at the time are like the most important companies in the world right now. So there are going to be cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, that last and actually are like a great investment. And to me, it's just I don't see any other ones besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think those two are going to be the Amazon and Apples of cryptocurrency, and most of them are just going to go away.
Yeah, and no, and I think that absolutely there'll be some that last over time. I don't disagree with that, and I think it's still a new budding market. But man, there's a lot of people who lost a shit ton of money, and buying anything right now, to me, unless you're like really flush and you don't care if it potentially loses everything, because that's what's crazy.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
We watch something lost almost 100% of its value in like a very short period, dropped like 30%. I mean, then you see things like Netflix right now, just regular stocks that were once considered blue chips.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
It's like there's so many things that like were just plummeting. So it's
not a financial advisor.
Shit's wild.
But I'll throw this out in the ether. I heard Spotify and Netflix. I heard rumblings of a merger.
Oh, really?
Just throwing that out there for the audience.
It's not a bad idea.
Well, I'm not saying that that's happening or I have insider information. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Think about it.
Think about it. Not an advisor.
No. I thought that the crypto market lost $1 trillion since November, and this was saying 60 billion.
Well, it could be $1 trillion. I think that what is it saying? Man, there's so many people who lost so much money.
Yeah.
Combined market value that tops 60 billion. But the 60 billion might be just
Coinbase.
just Terra Coin, because Coinbase's stock, their stock plummeted like crazy too.
Yeah.
Shit's wild, man. Shit's super super crazy with all this. No, I think that 60 billion.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's manipulation, or do you think it's
I think it's manipulation.
It's panic.
I think it's panic and manipulation. I mean, the guy who started Terra Coin, it's not like he lost all of his fucking money.
Right.
So
that's always how it works.
and that's like, that's what people, it's not like these guys who created these coins or these guys who create, like, half of these coins and things collapse and people lose a shit ton of money. It's because it's some scam bullshit where they're ripping people off. They're like, oh, the Save the Kids coin. And then next thing you know, they just do a mass sell off and it crashes like crazy. And those people walk away with it at top dollar. And then it's really hard to go after those people.
Okay, shh. Price Coin hasn't launched yet, bro. Um,
Well, I like you being my friend and I like doing this podcast. So I hope that you have issues with Christcoin and you don't go to prison.
Dude, I got it to go back. Don't worry about it. I'll just have to be like in the Caymans, like, hopefully they have Zoom there.
And hey, guys, don't forget next week the Samson coin. Samson coin comes out.
What the fuck? I want to talk to Samson.
Samson's like one of my favorite biblical story ever because it's fucking ludicrous and it's crazy. It's one of my favorite. You don't know the Samson story?
I don't repeat this.
No, hold on. It's the one where the guy has the really long hair and he gets his strength from his super long hair, and then this chick cuts his hair off and he murders a bunch of people. It's crazy.
Isn't that like what's her name? Like Hilda, like who throws her hair out the window?
Yeah, her name is Delilah. But yeah,
no, not Delilah.
She chops off all of his hair. No, I know. I'm just saying in the biblical story. I watched a cartoon depiction.
What's like the Disney movie?
Where she cuts off his hair?
No, where she like throws her long ass hair out the window.
Oh, Rapunzel?
Rapunzel.
No, this dude's like, I have really long hair and I'm a vicious warrior. And this chick who's like a scandalous skeezer is like, hey, you need to like shack up with me. And he's like, all right, bet. And then she keeps asking him, how do you have your strength? And he's like, he tells her all these different reasons of how like you can make him weak. And she tries all these different things and he keeps falling for it and he keeps chilling with this bitch. And then he finally tells her like, yeah, my power for my hair, my power comes from my hair. And that's what like God told him, like, oh, your hair makes you strong. Don't tell anyone. So he tells this skeezer.
Yeah. The all-knowing being who created everything. Yeah. It was like,
so he tells
good hairs.
So he tells the skeezer, Delilah, like, yo, bro, it's in my hair. And she cuts his fucking hair off when he's asleep. So he gets captured, tortured, and he's in this big coliseum. And he gets, like, strung up in this coliseum between these two big pillars. And everyone's laughing at him and fucking with him. And Samson prays to God. There's no shit. Prays to God for get his strength back one last time. And he collapses the entire coliseum and kills everybody inside. And that's the biblical story of Samson. So, like I said, the strongest Christ coin on the market, Samson coin, comes out next week. You guys don't miss out. You want to make sure you get this. I don't know. It'd be him. It'd have to be like the heads would be the him would be him with this long hair, and then the back would be like the back of a coin, but instead of like the Capitol building or something, it'd be a Coliseum with him like crushing it. It would be like some epic shit. Yeah, Samson coin, you guys.
The biggest plot twist in any book in the history is the Bible when in the New Testament where God becomes nice because he was a dick in the Old Testament.
Yeah, he's like, I'm past that.
Killing folks. Like, Noah.
Yeah,
build a fucking boat because I'm about to murder literally everybody on the planet.
New book, new me, dog. New book, new me. You know what I'm saying? He became a city boy and was switching it up on him. He had to change the game.
He's not a city boy, dude.
Yeah, dude. JC
city
boys
are out. City boys are out.
JC was a city boy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He was. JC was.
I was just talking about God.
You don't know what happened to him for like 30 something years. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Hell yeah, Jesus was a city boy. That's some city boy shit. Where you been for 30 years? I've been doing a little of this,
off the grid,
doing a little bit of that.
On the streets grinding.
Mary Magd, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, beating up people in gambling halls and all sorts of wild shit.
The original Eminem.
Yeah. JC, city boy for life.
Dude, melts in your mouth, not in your hand, homie.
Yeah, I mean, there's two more. I kind of want to just discuss the last one. The second one's basically... we have two more articles. One of them is by Bloomberg Business Week, and it's about how Carvana is basically fucked because they sell a bunch of cars online. But you could talk about how Hertz went under really bad. A lot like Rent-A-Car. Whenever there was the pandemic, they have a bunch of cars. They pay
Enterprise.
Yeah, they pay a bunch of car notes on them. And then they sell them off at auction or whatever once they break a certain amount. But that's a whole business model based on debt. So yeah, no wonder these.
But they were like successful companies until they weren't. Like,
well, yeah. It shows you how
it's the whole supply chain shit.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on that with this baby formula bullshit, people.
Well, I had to stop sucking on titties with breast milk, out of respect for the baby formula.
Well, that's well. We appreciate your contribution to the solution,
Thank you.
Mister Getting
Thank you.
Two Shoes.
Thank
Jeez.
you. I'm not getting as enough calcium as I used to, but here
Yeah,
we are.
yeah. That's awful. It's an awful picture, but yeah. So, but yeah, they're just saying they're buying a bunch of cars, got a bunch of debt. Now they're not moving them. And cars, I bought my car right before, like 5 days before the pandemic, something like that, like March 9th, before there was lockdown. And then they ended up like waiving like 6 months of car payments because they were like, oh, like please don't return this fucking car. And I was like, no, you're good. So I didn't know, I have a car note on it till September that year, where they just like waived it from March to September. I didn't have a car payment because they wanted me to keep it.
When you get that paid off.
No, I mean I get
No, I'm
zero.
saying when you do.
I get 100. I don't know why I would pay it off. I have 100% financing, zero interest. So there's
Oh
no.
yeah, no, yeah. My dad would say the same thing.
Yeah, and I got.
Because my ex girlfriend, she had 5 years like 0% interest, but she paid like full price for her car. And he's like, "Why the fuck would you do that?"
Well, what's G is the guy. So I got mine at Autobahn. Shout out Autobahn. One of these days we're gonna upgrade to an Audi or a Beamer. But no, because but I went to Autobahn and the guy I had a good chunk of money, and he basically was like, "Man, you qualify to put nothing down." So he basically talked me out of putting anything down to lower my car payment. And then 5 days later, they were like lockdown, and then they did waive my car payments for the whole summer. So it was like I don't owe anything on this car. I left with a brand new car, didn't have to give them anything, kept all of my money, and now I don't have to pay for it till October 1st. Okay, bet.
Well, okay, that's what I'm trying to say is when you do eventually pay for it, I want to race you for pink slips because I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
I don't know, man. I got that R type Passat, so it's pretty quick, man.
I took my dad's Beamer and raced Quick Draw Casanova in his Cadillac in the streets of Stone Lakes. Uh, I forget what the money was, and dude, that was wild. Like a kid went into the street, like we're going like 120 in like a fucking subdivision.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
wild.
yeah.
I have one, and the last article is by Wired. Or no, I'm sorry. Wait, that's the wrong.
Yeah.
That's the wrong article. The wrong title. We can talk about it too. Either or, they were both interesting to me because I put
You had the crypto ATMs?
the crypto ATMs. We can talk about both of them. There was just crypto ATMs by my house. I've never seen someone use it. What the fuck do you know anything about crypto ATMs?
No, that's what I was like actually curious.
Let me see if I can find the article real quick.
'Cause it was like El Salvador, like saying they have crypto ATMs and they just
Well,
can't even
yeah, there's one.
execute.
Yeah, there's like a Bitcoin ATM like by my work that's in one of these like smoke shop,
Oh yeah, yeah, no, I have that too.
bodega
Yeah,
style places.
yeah, yeah.
And
That is so weird to me because the only I have seen a few of these Bitcoin ATMs, and they're always in a fucking liquor store, and I'm like, what?
I've never seen someone use it. I've had somebody
Me neither.
ask
But
me.
like, why a liquor store?
I've had somebody ask me before, "Hey, do you guys have the Bitcoin ATM or is it next door?"
And what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. And what's the fee on that? That's so interesting. And I'm like, now I'm not getting in on that. But
You're in a Bitcoin ATM at a liquor store, and like, what? You not have a cell phone? Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, that's an interesting, probably somebody I wouldn't want to hang out with type of person.
yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I'm posting the link right now on the in the notes so you can see it. I don't understand. There it is. Like and like the guys that are posing with this are like look super sleazy as fuck. Like I don't one of them doesn't have sleeves. He's wearing a V-neck without sleeves.
Of course, he doesn't.
So I don't trust that guy at all.
Coin flip.
Yeah, coin flip.
Yeah,
Daniel
it's,
Potowski.
it's a coin flip. You might get your money, you might not.
Well, I mean, and
50
that's
50, 50 50 coin flip.
he had 50 million in transaction fee revenue in 2020 and 100 million
No,
in
I'm not saying it's a
2021.
bad business for them. I'm just saying, who the fuck are these people who need to go to an ATM to get Bitcoin when the whole thing is digital? It's like if you can't afford a phone, you're probably not listening to us, and you should not buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, there's the I don't know how you'd rob, or maybe you could rob a Bitcoin ATM. Like, is it
Oh,
the same? Like
fuck yeah.
hack into
Yeah.
it? You'd have to
Yeah,
steal
exactly.
it,
And then think about the blockchain aspect of it. Like, so you buy the Bitcoin, it's on the blockchain through the ATM.
and then you
So
can
you could
access
just
the
jack the
blockchain.
ATM and then just take all of it.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to access accounts of people who used it before and did transactions. There's got to be some sort of like, not to try to sound like I know what I'm talking about, but some sort of like data, or obviously there is. It's the blockchain, but
Yeah.
something else attached to it for that ATM to access your crypto wallet or whatever the fuck you're using. And that's yeah, I don't know. And I bet
This
you
is what
the
this is what I
fees
say to
got to be
people.
high as shit. The fees have to be high as
Oh
fuck.
yeah. That's what really probably what it is. Just like overcharging for no reason. Um, this is what I tell people. It's like cryptocurrency. It's on the blockchain, so it seems secure. However, whoever owns the wallet, that's theirs, and there's no like So if you forget the password, like to your crypto wallet, your money's gone. I know somebody who has over $500,000 in a crypto wallet and can't access it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's my mom's best friend's son.
And like they can't even and it's like almost impossible to hack. That's the whole point of them, is
Right.
you can't hack them.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he did make 1 million on another crypto wallet, so he's a millionaire now.
So he's fine. So he can fuck off.
Yeah, but
Sour apples.
a half mil is pretty strong.
Yeah, you lost your password. I'm not very smart, are you?
No,
Hey.
I did lose my password on this one crypto wallet, because I was like, it was like the beginning of the Doge, you know,
Yeah, the
and
Doge.
I was trying to figure out like how I could buy it, and I transferred, but okay, you know, like the smallest violin in the world is playing for me right now. It was like $100, but $100, well, I guess $100, and it probably was the price that Bitcoin is now, like 29, 28, 27, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's still probably $100. But yeah, I was like, and I just couldn't access it because like I had to have like an authenticator, and like in order to access the wallet, and then I just like, yeah, it was just a mess.
Yeah,
And
I had
then,
all my stuff like written down and saved somewhere because I had to. I don't have a choice. Otherwise,
well,
I'd forget. It's like, what color was the horse? I'm like, what kind of fucking question is this? I'm like, what did I pick? Like, I'm like, it has to be birds
I was,
green, baby.
yeah, I was panicking like because I don't like it just like I got out of crypto. It was the exact same feeling. I was like, dude, I think Doge might blow up, and then I'm just like looking for the wallet, and it went from 7 cents to 8 cents, and I'm like, fuck, like how do I do this? 9 cents, and I got in at 11. So like, it was like there was like a time frame,
Yeah.
or yeah, it
Yeah.
was a fire sale.
Fire sale. That's very true. Yeah, I don't know. Crypto ATMs are fucking weird. The guys look sleazy as fuck who are doing it. I thought I attached that one to the notes, so that's my bad because I found this afterwards. But yeah, I mean, basically they use a QR code that's linked to their digital wallet. So like, if somebody gets your QR code, can they just get your digital wallet? If I'm scanning my QR code, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could jack your phone and just like open your shit if you don't have it locked up correctly.
Not with Christ wallet. Christ base.
Oh, use your anointed QR code tomorrow
Christcoin.com.
to purchase the Noah coin.
We're about to buy the San Antonio Spurs stadium just because it's cheap.
Would you do a Judas coin? Could you do bad
Yes.
characters in the Bible? You have to have evil
No,
cryptocurrencies.
it's not the Bible. See, that's where you're losing me.
Oh, it's just
It's not characters in the Bible. We're on the macro scale. So
It's all religions.
So it's Christ coin, it's Buddhist coin, it's Hindu coin.
But you're
It's-
starting with Christ coin.
Yeah, just because I was an altar boy when I was young.
Okay,
They didn't pick me for the molestation.
that's terrible.
They missed out. I was a really good looking kid.
What's that from? That's from It's Always Sunny when the Boyles, whenever they talk about how they have like a coach that's creepy, and then Max like, how come he didn't come after me? Or is it Dennis who's like, I was a cute kid and like a super offended. It was definitely Mac.
Did we already know
Mac.
We already know it's always sunny in Philadelphia, huh?
Yeah, true. That's. You got anything else, man?
I got new ventures. We're gonna be back quick, so we're gonna hit you with like kind of a back to back on this.
Back to
Because
back.
yeah, because we took like almost a week off. Um, Shout out. Yeah, I know things are busy, things are crazy, but
It's
life is looking
crazy.
good.
Things are crazy.
It's crazy, it's fucking crazy.
Wow, things are crazy. Yeah, yeah, man. Shout out to you on your new ventures. Congrats, big man. It's good to see you. Good to see the city boys up. I see you rocking
City
that.
boys
See
always
you
up.
rocking that gold rolly. So living it up, living the dream. Out of the stew, you know what it do.
This is
So
not the stew.
I
This is
said you're out. I
ass.
said you're out of the
Uh,
stew.
uh,
What it do?
uh.
Come on, man.
I thought you were saying like I'm broadcasting out
No,
of the stew.
no. You're like you broke out. Like you got out. You know what I'm saying? Can't stop,
Yeah.
won't stop. Keep climbing.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, man, I'm good. Yeah, y'all just be good. It's been nice. I've been writing a bunch more, and doing good. Things are looking up, so things are crazy. And yes, we will be back on Monday at our normal scheduled time. We'll get back on our regular schedule. I'm going to talk to Mr. Goody about potentially doing 2 shows a week. Hey, and then just a heads up. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but when we stream this, he can't see me. So that's
Yeah.
so that's what's really crazy. So every single time we've done an episode and we do it live, and we do all these podcasts live, we stream them live while we record, do very little editing. We can't. I can see him because he's on like my other new monitor that I have, but he can't see me because my computer won't let me run multiple cameras through its some tech shit. So I've got Eleganto like capture card coming so I can run more cameras so he can see me. So here in like the next week, once I take this monster apart behind me and put the right shit in, then we'll be able to actually see each other. So I appreciate your patience on that, bro. It's also like a kind of a testament to the fact that we're not too shitty at this. The fact that we don't have like it's
True.
because
And then
nobody knows.
also I can like what I do is pop up my full screen of myself and I just get to look at myself for like an hour and a half. So that's, satisfying the narcissism in
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Well, and it's it's just it's been an interesting journey, and the production quality is good, and no one ever notices that when I'm like, oh no, we can't see each other. Like he can't see me.
Yeah.
They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, like because it won't let me, and I have multiple cameras. I've tried 1,000 different ways. So you'll be seeing some. You might see a change, but not really. And I think I've been working on a new layout too, so I'm just dicking around with stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just because we're so like in like involved with the nuance of the podcast that like you and I can tell, but like nobody else could.
Yeah.
However, you're gonna be live, maybe in California.
Oh yeah, so here pretty soon I'm going to be going out to Cali and visiting the grandma Buck Gma coming out there. Going to go see her. My mom's going to be out there, so I'm actually going to be going up, and we're going to do a podcast. Well, we might be able to stream it. I'll see. If we do, it'd be from my laptop. We probably can. But we're going to do a podcast. I'm going to do it from Cali there, so we're going to link up, hang out. I'm going to get a rental car, listen to some Brother Lynch Hung, and make my way up to your neck of the woods, slap Brady bitch around a little bit, and then we're going to record a show. So I will be in California soon, which I'm very excited about.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's such a good song. Anytime I
I
play that,
know.
and then people love that song, and then I'm like, all right, now listen to this one, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, bro. And
Eating baby brains, baby veins, baby spine.
Dude, that's such a good song. That's so rowdy. But you can
Okay,
only
we can't say too much more because he'll just start charging us.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you gotta be like you can only listen to that in front of like specific people. Like I have to really know somebody before I'm like, hey, I'm gonna play this hip hop song for you and show you some weird shit. And then they're like, what the fuck? But they already have to know I'm a good person. Like you can't start off playing Brother Lynch Hung and like, hey, my name's Joseph. Listen to this. Listen to Sick Made. Like that's not gonna go well for me. And like that, rightfully so. I'd be concerned as well.
somebody's baby's on the line.
Dude, I was playing that the other day, and oh my god, I think it was in my car, and one of my employees was like, "What
Dude,
the
his kids have to eat.
Somebody's baby's on the line." That's such a good. Oh my god, that's so good. That's such a good song. But yeah, y'all just be good, stay safe. Shout out Mr. Goody. We'll see you guys here in the next couple of days. Don't buy any crypto for a little bit, I guess, or do. We're not financial advisors, so fuck us.
No, we're not crypto advisors.
And we're not crypto advisors, and he's on his way to being a financial advisor, but he's not. So don't get it confused.
Salt Bay.
Yeah. But you guys just be good, stay out of trouble, and go fuck yourselves.
Shout out.